I got it from Marta, though. So welcome to the officially second episode of the podcast. I still don't have a name for it. And I'm making it because I love talking. My husband's getting tired, and my therapist raised her prices from February this year. So, this is with me. I actually wanted to ask you how to say your last name properly because I always end it with ch and you say it ends with h.
Mm-hmm.
So I will try my best. This is my very dear friend, colleague, the only head coach I loved and respected, which is a big deal. And we are here to talk about some social media problems in fitness. I think her opinion is like, it's worth. It has some meaning.
See.
There is experience
Let's
and
see.
knowledge.
If you see it, maybe it was worth it.
Okay, we'll say at the end.
If it don't,
So
say
I will try. Marta Matloch.
Yes,
Did I say it well?
perfect.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome.
It's a English version of my
Okay,
of my
how you say
surname,
it?
Marta Matwoch.
The topic of today is social media and fitness world in social media and the problems that clients and coaches are facing. And well, we'll try to find some solutions. I don't guarantee this is going to happen, but just
we can try.
we can try. So we were talking earlier, and the first thing we wanted to mention is unrealistic goals that people as clients get from social media, Instagram, TikTok, even YouTube, whatever. So the question is, how do we make them understand that this is unrealistic, and what are these unrealistic goals and what would be more realistic, let's say? Go.
Go.
I'll jump in.
I think we can first maybe list what's according to us, yes, experienced coaches and people and humans in general, experienced and educated in the field, like what's unrealistic in the first place. Okay, so like what's unrealistic goal? Yes, so we're talking about biology, we're talking about genetics, we're talking about physiology. Yes, we're talking about metabolism. Yes, so all that comes with physiology and so on. So unrealistic goals in terms of how we put on muscle, how our body functioning, how our body looks, and how it can look, and what's possible and what's healthy. Yeah, because these are two different things also, what's possible to do and if it's good for you. That's also two
There's
different
many things
things
that are possible. It's possible to cut your leg off, though. I wouldn't recommend it, but yeah,
it's possible to lose 10 kilograms in like 2 months. Yes,
very. It's
in 1 month you can lose 10 kilograms. Yeah,
actually my max was 7 kilos in 6 days. I did it. I was cutting weight for competition, and I do not recommend it to anyone because it's not losing weight, it's cutting weight. It's different. Like, I was just dehydrating my body. It was hell. And after these 7 days, I competed. 6 days I competed, and then in a month I gained 10 kilos. So I can tell you how to gain 10 kilos in a month.
So we know what's possible and what's unrealistic. Yeah, so in terms, maybe we can start with the losing weight topic.
That's the first one and the most popular. Lately.
I would say. Yes.
So practically, the craziest I had is the girl came to me and told me she wants to lose 10 kilos in a month. It was during Ramadan. So this is one thing. The other thing, people want to have a 6-pack in 6 weeks. I want to have more rounded glutes. I have hip dips. Let's remove my hip dips. like just by doing this exercise, or have a flat stomach. So just do crunches to lose fat on your belly. I
Yes.
think those are like
The mostly we encounter on a daily basis, I think. Yes. Or
say.
yeah, I think in terms of strength as well.
To be honest, I didn't even have those. Like when I'm thinking, usually this is what we were mentioning, which is sad. People come to the gym just I want to lose weight, and that's it. Like I don't remember when was the last time someone came and told me, okay, I want to increase my PR in squat or deadlift, or like some athlete that came and said, oh, I would like to get stronger for my sport, do specific training or something like that.
I was very fortunate with that.
So there you go. So I'm jealous.
I have few,
So that's nice, yeah.
few people with very realistic goals now, and very kind of already educated. Yes, but most, I would say, like 80% of people who always come to the gym want to lose weight, and this is very sad in the first place, because someone associate gym as a solution
Yeah.
to losing weight. Gym is not a magic place.
Yes.
It's not a fairy tale. Yeah, I step to the gym and I lose weight. But somehow people think that if they want to lose weight, they have to go to the gym.
And that's the only reason to go to the gym.
And
just
that's
to
the
lose
only
weight.
reason to go to the gym. And this is the saddest thing in the first place, I think, because it can put some people off.
So some people would say, first I want to ask, so what would be the reasons to go to the gym? To tell like people who don't understand it. And also, let's start with this one and then we'll go to the next one.
Yeah.
Like why should they go to the gym? And yes, the people will say, oh, but I don't like exercising, so I just go to the gym to lose weight. But I don't like going to the gym. If I was fit, I wouldn't go to the gym, which
Yeah, exactly.
makes no sense.
Or also, I'm slim, so I don't have to go to the gym.
Yes.
Or someone telling someone slim who goes to the gym
Why are
because
you
they
going to
already
the
know that it's not only about losing weight, and it's about strength and flexibility and power and endurance and all those things. Yeah, so they already know and they are slim. So someone like, for example, in their family would say like, why do you go to the gym? You're already slim.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this
We
is
need to fix
this is the
this.
funniest. Yeah, this is the funniest thing, that the gym is only thought as a place to lose weight for most people. The people who need it the most, actually, isn't it?
What is the gym? What is the gym for, from your perspective?
The gym.
Experience and knowledge. So you're not talking just by, oh, this is my opinion. Like this woman actually.
First of all, as a younger person, I hated gyms, and I really disliked the idea of a gym itself, because I don't know, you can walk. I used to say, like, why would you go to the gym to? Why would you drive to the gym to walk on a treadmill?
Yeah, just to go for a walk.
Just go for a walk.
But that does make sense, though.
Okay, in this country, it does make sense. Okay.
Yes. In
Kuwait, it does make sense.
There's no place to walk. So you do drive to the gym so you can have a place to walk.
Exactly. So,
there are screens on the camera where you can see the nature, though.
This is a good one. Okay, so for Kuwait, it does make sense. But at the time when I was thinking that, I was still in Poland and my early time in UK even. So I hated gyms and cycling. Why would you go to cycle? Like,
Just
get a
sit
bike
on
and
bike
cycle.
go, yeah. Just go.
Especially like in Poland and UK, it's very easy to do.
Same, yeah.
If you want to get stronger, you have your body. You do push-ups, you do pull-ups, you hang, and anywhere, and
the tomatoes, and fix the garden a little bit, move the furniture around,
like carry something, regular activities, just moving.
Yeah.
So it's a concept of moving, basically. Like, the gym replaces all those things that you don't have to do at home. Yeah. and you don't have space to do outside, or you just want to socialize, yes, and have some motivation, looking at the people around you that are more active and get some inspiration, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who provide you with a variety of different equipment. If you have pain in the knee, you don't have to use the regular cycle, you don't have to use treadmills, you can use recumbent bike, for example, that will support your back and knee, and you will not have pain, for example, or I don't know, elliptical, or even the ski
the
ergs
rowers,
and
yeah.
the rowers and all this. So for that, it's valuable. And when I started using the gyms myself as part of my work, not only for me, because if it was for me, I would probably never I never paid for the gym.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing you told us. How come you never
I was
paid
never
for
a
the
member
gym?
in a gym.
How? Explain me.
Because we always had activities, sports.
And then you started working in the gym.
And then I started working, so I had to be there. Yes, and then only I've seen the value in it. Starting to understand, because I didn't know then. I considered physical activity as something, internal. It's like you have opportunities, to do tricep dips on your sofa.
Yeah. You don't have to go to the gym.
You have ability to hold, like L sit in sofa in here.
And yeah, anything.
You
anywhere.
can pass by 2 chairs and you can do some dips.
Yeah.
So for me it was always like this.
But that's interesting. I didn't like gym also, but I didn't like home workouts. So when I was very young, like kid, 5 years old, I did ballet, classical ballet. So we don't use gym there. And then I started doing judo, so I trained judo. So you're going on the mat. It's not like a classical like gym with, so we're fighting and then doing ballet, you're dancing. So you do strength exercises there. And then when I started going to the gym to prepare for a competition, to get stronger, like I have the period of doing strength, then doing things at home made no sense for me. Like, what am I supposed to do? George actually was like, you can just do push-ups on the floor. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't want to do push-ups on the floor of my own room. Like, no, I need to be on the mat or in the gym to do that, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. Which is weird, because I hated gym. It was boring. It was so boring.
But you needed that.
I did, but I hated it because I want to fight. Like, fighting is so nice. There's like, you're free in the movement. It's different.
Yeah.
And then like on in the gym, I just hated it.
Did you have a coach in the gym?
Yes. And it was actually my father.
Oh, okay.
So practically he got this Russian program for fighters. There was some seminar that they got.
For sure had to be tough.
Of course. It's
well, like
fighters.
And Russians are crazy.
You will do now 30 push-ups. So but it was actually a really good program.
To look pretty.
Believe it or not, I still use it till this day. It's been 15 years. Of course, you update certain things and everything, but the concept is perfect, and it's something they teach you. So all the time, it's really nice. So that time I didn't hate it at the time when I was just doing the strength. But once I went to college and I was doing more of a gym as like the only way for me to train. So let's say I can't make it for judo, for this and that. So the only thing I can do is train in the gym. I hated it, because gym for me was a supplement, not the main training. And then it turned into a main training and I hated it. That's what I didn't like. I don't know when and how it changed.
I think a lot of people hate it.
So for me, it was boring. That's why most of people love classes.
Yes.
But we went too far away from the unrealistic goals.
Not,
but that's
not too far, but like,
not too far.
It's unrealistic, because exactly as you said, okay, gym is boring.
Yeah.
If you don't have if you don't want to be in a group class, okay, and you cannot, you don't want a coach, or you cannot afford one, or you had a bad experience with coaches before, so going on your own, it is boring. Yes, it is in a way.
Because you don't know what to do, yeah. You're
You
just
don't know
lost.
what to do, and you have this goal of losing weight, and the only, maybe guide you have is the comfort of your phone,
Yes.
who
Where you
says,
see.
yes, who says do this and this and this is the only exercise you need to do to lose weight, this is the only exercise you have to follow,
This is, yeah, the
Yeah.
best exercise
the
to lose
best
belly
exercise
fat.
to
The
lose
best
belly
for
fat,
this,
okay,
yeah.
and you see like all the time people in front of their phones, yes, doing bizarre workouts, wall workouts or something like
Yes, wall Pilates is on the rise
wall,
now.
for example, yes, or some exercises that they have no idea what they are for, exactly why they doing this, okay, so it's like, first of all, like you ask the question, why am I doing something? Yes, okay, so these people on their phone with their programs, whatever, like they probably don't know why you should be doing something.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the thing. This is the thing with unrealistic goals. They are doing it because they want to look exactly the same as the person who's selling them the program.
Yes.
And what I believe is that I mentioned before, now when we're talking, is that we live for a long time now in the era where people are telling you that you can be anything that you want, which is not entirely true. You can be everything that you want. How did I say it? Within the boundaries of your own abilities and your genetics.
Yeah.
It would be very nice to be I don't know, Victoria's Secret model, but I'm 162. So I can't, first of all, I'm not tall enough. Like those are the
My
things.
hips are too wide.
It's exactly. It's just like, no, it's not happening. My
my
legs are like,
my
you know.
femur is not too long, you know.
Exactly.
But
Like my
also you have now, extensions of the femur.
So
you
maybe
know?
I should do that in
Maybe.
order to be
You know,
a model.
engineering, the body engineering is way on the rise.
Yes.
Because this is
Because
like,
people are telling you this is how you should look like, and that's it. There is no, like, before I feel, but no, it was all the time like that. I just feel like before it was more freedom to look however you look, and then you do best within whatever you can achieve based on your genetics and everything.
it's like, you create a need,
Yeah.
know. So to be
And
able
then
to
you
sell
do the-
something, you create a need.
Exactly.
Okay, you need to look
like this.
Okay,
Yeah.
you need to look like this. Okay, I created the need. Okay, and then I can sell you the program to it. You
Yeah.
know, I can sell you things to get that. Okay.
Where the problem is, there's a lot of people who will do BBLs, any kind of plastic surgeries, to look certain way, and then tell you that they achieved that in the gym, and then just do my program and you're gonna get it. And that's the problem, because then this person who saw this on Instagram will come to me and tell me, I want to look like this, she did this, I want to do that. And then I am the one who needs to say, this is not how it works, this is unrealistic, and if this is your goal, you're wasting your time here. And then people see you as a coach as like, oh, you're bad.
Yeah, you're bad coach.
You're
because
bad
you
coach
don't know
because
how to,
you
don't know how
yes.
to get there.
Exactly. So this is the problem, where you, as someone who's experienced and someone who has knowledge, you are an idiot. Literally, you end up being like, just, I don't know. Sometimes I had so many times I just hear many of these like requests, and then I just think of saying,
Yeah.
okay, no problem, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm. This is like saying this. Okay, it's not about loving yourself as you are. Okay, because if you overweight, okay, this is not healthy, and you should lose weight. Okay.
Yes.
This is not. I'm not saying like, love yourself if you fat, love yourself if you're unhealthy, love yourself. No, this is not about that. Okay.
Love
But
yourself, but but love yourself by working on making yourself healthier.
healthier.
And losing weight, again, if you're overweight and obese, you should love yourself in a way. Okay, I want to lose weight. First, don't hate yourself. Second of all, don't come with this fitness influencer who did thousands of operations and this is her only job, like only thing she does is does workouts and does the photo shoots and then
Yeah.
sells you the programs. Don't expect that. Expect slow progress that will make you
Yeah.
feel better in your own skin and
Of
make
course,
you
like,
healthier.
yeah. Like, let's say this coach is selling the online programs. Okay, you found someone that you want to look like on the Instagram, on YouTube, on wherever. Okay, and then they're selling the programs, the products, the whatever, what they have. Okay, these people, this is their job. Okay, so for
Exactly.
example, our job is we are living in the gym.
Yeah.
So for us, it's like 50% easier to incorporate, training and understand and have education, because we are educating ourselves in that particular way. Yes, and the people who are just don't understand that, like, these people live by this. That's how they get money. They need to look
Certain way,
way
yes.
to sell you this.
Yeah, like you said, like if you're just doing this, your only way to sell it is to look a certain way. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the education part of it is a little bit different. When people educate, they don't look like this, like.
'Cause first of all, like now we don't have an actual picture, but like I can actually add it, as in like the girl who's like you see very dry, a lot of like veins,
muscle
like yes,
definition and
like it's probably extremely low percentage of fat, which is not healthy for a woman. I'm not saying you shouldn't look like that. I had my periods when I looked more shredded and this and that. I like it. I never looked
but
that.
this is like the need of your sport also.
Exactly, but that's the other thing. But practically, it's like people just try to. I want to look like this. And the other thing with the photo shoots, a lot of these influencers, they have, let's say, photo shoot that is booked for March 10. I'm gonna train like I'm preparing for competition until March 10.
Yes.
I am not bodybuilder, so I can't say last couple of days, weeks, or whatever. They know how long lasts drying and making it very like look very dry, very
And
shredded.
oil and
Exactly, and then
makeup.
Yes, and then they have a full day or 2 days of photo shoot that it's like a month's worth of content, literally. Like she's gonna change million outfits, exercises, this and that, and then you
leggings
have
with pads.
yeah, but no, but yes, but it's true. And then they're gonna post for like months, 3 to 6 months of things that you did in like 2 days photo shoot, and then because you have in the gym Anna who's competing, you don't look like this all year around. You're preparing for competition, so then you're getting drier, then it's getting up and down. So, and this is where we're talking about bodybuilders. I don't want to look like bodybuilder, even the bikini fitness, whatever.
Yeah.
Like people they think they want to look shredded like they are in competition. They don't look like that. I wouldn't want to look like that. There is a lot of information now on all the social media, and they tell you can achieve this in 5 days, 10 days, 10 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever. And a lot of stupid exercises that they will give you. Do these exercises. I did a video on that topic. These 5 exercises to lift your breast, which is a fat issue. So for you, say you laughed. I laughed, but people who are not educated on the topic, they can't know which information makes sense and which doesn't, especially that they want fast results.
I think they do know, okay, but they want to believe that it's not true
for certain things. But let's say for a breast lift, how? Like they're not educated, unfortunately. So how do they filter the information? Because for me, when I see it, I know this is bull and this makes sense. So how do people who are not educated, who didn't go to college and did the courses and have experience in the gym for a long time, and how do they filter the information? How do they educate themselves? Because even the researchers, when you open the research, yeah, I will tell you that story is actually very interesting about the researchers. Like you need to know which one makes sense, which one is like, yeah, this is not, yeah,
producing basically
yes,
research. Yes.
yeah, exactly.
But this is very hard. Yeah, I think the best thing about filtering is using the brain a little bit in the first place.
But how? Like if you
Okay.
don't know
But
anything
how?
about,
I think
I'm stuck with breast lift now.
yeah, you stuck with breast lift. Okay, so
Because for us it is common sense. For me it's
yes.
common sense. Like it's a fact issue, but someone like some
I think we have to say it. You know, like more people have to say it. Actually, you know, the people who are in the position of also influencing over, you know, YouTube and Instagram, be more louder. So, for example, like, you know, the influencers, no, I don't want to say stupid people, okay, not greedy people or fake people, selling you something and telling you something to do. Okay, there must be more people. Okay, like for example, you and me, who will say, you can't lift your breasts, you know, during exercises.
with the wall push-ups.
For example, okay, you can lift your bum, though.
Yeah, it's a muscle,
because
yeah.
it's muscle. Yes, so you can change your body composition. Yes, but you can't spot reduce fat. Yes, so these things I think need to be more out there, saying actually, you know, actual things. Yes, I don't want to sell you something, I want to educate you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, so if someone's selling you something in the first place, they will be selling in a way for you to buy. Yes, so
Exactly.
they will sell misinformation. Yes, if you have to pay for something, or if there is something you need, the wording that is used, the money involved, yes, it's a red flag. Yes, let's say, and it's just misinformation. Yes, selling misinformation, selling certain things.
Maybe like ask people who know and who not because okay, these people on Instagram, they present themselves as I know,
as they know. Yes,
but
exactly.
the thing is that people get bored when you tell them, like when you explain them and tell them things that they don't sound nice. It's like, oh, you can't.
Sounds like a hard work, for
Yeah,
example.
exactly. Yeah, I don't want this. I want this one. See, she has a nice bum and she just did like a kickback standing next to the wall, you know, in
Yeah.
her fancy trousers and whatever, sweatpants and very cute top, you know. But yeah, trying to educate people more in a way.
I think there must be more people, like, you know,
Yeah, who will say it.
say, like, you know, this is not true, this is not happening, this is not gonna happen. Okay, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you realistic expectations. Yes, and this is not fancy, this is not cute, this is not
Yes.
trendy.
This is how it is.
Yeah, this is how it is. Okay, so I think there must be, you know, more balance in between those people and those people. Yes, I think more exposure.
We'll
It's
we will
hard.
try.
It's
It
hard.
is so
Like,
hard.
it's hard
Yes.
because if someone's like all day on their phone, Yes, all day
Being
lifting.
fed with this
Being
information.
fed with fitness instructors, fitness influencers. Okay, not talking about coaches. I'm talking about fitness influencers.
Yes, exactly.
Because this is a job. Okay, fitness influencer.
Yes.
Okay, being a coach, it's a different thing, and being fitness influencer
Yes.
is a different thing. Yes, so I need to look good to sell. Yes, I need to know to sell.
Exactly. So that being said, there is this opinion that seeing in clients, and I've read even from some coaches, that you as a coach absolutely 100% have to look extremely fit, all the muscles, six pack and everything, in order to be a good coach. Like if you look good, that means you're a good coach. So now, not even talking about fitness influencers, but like people come to the gym and they want a coach that looks good. I actually had a girl asking a reception the photo of my body so she can see if she wants to train with me. And for 10 years that I'm doing this, more than 10, only one person, no jokes, for 10 years, one person, my dear Latifa, she will know, is only one asked to see my CV, to see my education, my experience, so she knows
Yeah.
which coach to train with. One person out of million. I mean, I didn't train million people, but like for 10 years, how many people you train?
Okay, so if we go with this logic, so let's say, okay, because these people, okay, came to you influenced by social media and what social media say what coach should look like. Okay, so let's follow this. Okay, so they look at the phone. Okay, the coach has to look like this. Okay, I want the coach like that. Okay, and they come to you. Okay, they were lucky that you also have knowledge. So
That happens.
they even like so you have the body. Okay, you have a good body that you worked for hard since
I was 5.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, it didn't happen like now.
In 6 weeks.
In 6 weeks.
But I will sell you the program. I have one. It's for 6 weeks. It's better, like, because I trained from 5. Now I have experience. You don't need to waste time. 6 weeks, you're gonna look.
Exactly. So this is the difference. Yes, you know that this is not coming. Fast. So let's say if we follow this. Okay. So currently, people will look for the coach that look good. Yes. Because this is their presumption. Yes, from Instagram, from YouTube, from social media, basically. Okay, and by talking to some other people. Yes, so how can I sell you something if I don't have it? Okay, like I cannot sell you a good program, because if I had a good program, I would look like this also. Okay, so let's say that the coaches, okay, their coaches would think clever. Okay, and get themselves, looking good. Okay. And also be educated to first attract the people with their look.
And then sell the knowledge.
And then sell the knowledge.
Okay, that makes sense. But I'll give you a very practical example. Is I was pregnant. So I cannot have six pack while I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
When I delivered a baby, I couldn't look like I looked a year ago in a month or 2. So, and I still have the knowledge that I had when I had a six pack. So what if this person doesn't know that I was pregnant and she just looks at me and is like, this coach is chubby, I don't want to train with her. Like, is it, like, opinion now is that the coach needs to look like that? What is your opinion? Does the coach needs to look perfectly fit and shredded to be a good coach? Just your opinion.
Well, I'm far from shredded,
Me too now.
I'm far from shredded, but I think, especially in Kuwait, the word of mouth is a very powerful tool. And if we continue being, good coaches and educated coaches, and and spreading the knowledge, I think it will spread in Kuwait very fast.
Okay,
You know,
yes, makes sense.
the kind of true opinion and meaning of how your body looks and what's in here also, or how you discredit, for example, a fitness influencer. Yes, because you mentioned the point about influencing the people around you only. Okay, so if you influence like even your family, yes, or a friend or two into being more aware of the fakeness of social media and the purpose of it. You know, what's there for? It's for making money.
Yes.
You know, and people don't on the internet. Usually, people don't want your health. They don't want your happiness. They don't want. Yeah, they don't want your money. In the you buy into something. Yes, that's maybe not for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So first of all, we mentioned that we watch the same influencer and we follow the program of an influencer. Yes, you might respond to it. I don't respond to it because of our differences between our ages and body types and morphology and biology and the hormonal state at this time and our eating habits and our metabolic rate and our muscle mass, current muscle mass, and so on and so on. So there's many points that can influence how we respond to the same stimulus. Yes, as you said, like two stories even can be different. You know,
Yes.
feel different to
I don't know
different
if it
people.
was recorded, so I'm gonna repeat it though.
based on our like current state of the mind. Yes?
Exactly. Yeah.
If we're relaxed, if we're not relaxed, if we're warm, if we're cold, and so on. And the point about
You mentioned like how like so where you are at Spark is that this is what I like about it. The gym is not pushing into let's just promote this body looks and that's it, but they're actually the collabs and working with the very serious projects and like actually wanting to educate
yes,
and share and explain
yeah,
the importance of physical activity, health, not just looks. We were mentioning fake bodies, operation, and then they sell you the program and you do it. But now, what my question is, which is very interesting that I just thought of, is it better than for people to buy those programs and do them from these fake people, or to just not do anything, go for a walk in the park?
well, I think better if they buy and move. Yeah, move anyhow.
Yeah, I would agree. They would be sad and unsatisfied because they're not going to get the results that they're promised, but still you will be moving and doing something.
So yes, the damage is different. Okay, so they in the first place it's better that they start moving. Okay, and they're doing something, but the damage is that they create disappointment. Okay, that the exercise doesn't work. Yes, and even I exercised for 6 weeks and nothing happened. Okay, and this is doomed. Okay, hence why maybe I have to do an operation because exercise doesn't work.
It doesn't work for me.
Okay,
This is usually
for
the
me
sentence,
also. Yeah. So in the first place, maybe just creating this, you know, dissatisfaction. And I like people when they move anyhow.
Yeah.
Okay, just keep moving.
Yeah.
Do whatever you like. Yes, do whatever makes you move.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's true. I like there was this sentence in my college, some of the books, I don't even remember what was the subject, but it said, it was telling you
It's okay.
So I was saying an optimal amount of trainings you should have in a week. So they would say 3 times a week is an optimal amount. That would be
Yes.
okay. 2 times a week is not enough. And 1 time is better than nothing. So I like that because like, okay, do something. Nothing is bad. Like as long as you're moving, it's better to do half an hour walk than not to do it.
Yes.
Start with it and then slowly, yeah, you might like develop a habit of actually doing something and you might enjoy it. Maybe that's the recipe actually for people who decide to it's January now, yeah, so there is a lot of this New Year's
Yes.
resolutions and everything, and then you tell yourself, I'm gonna train 5 times a week and go on a strict diet and this and that, and then that goes down because you're overwhelming yourself. It's too much.
It's just not gonna
So
happen. Yeah.
maybe start step by step and just see that.
Well, exactly. In the first place, they didn't have this education about the process of getting somewhere.
Mhm.
Yes. So if you buy a program, if you follow someone on Instagram, if you buy the program and you follow them for a certain time, you don't get something and you get disappointed. Yes, because you weren't educated about the process of getting somewhere. Because by science, by research, we know that certain things take certain time
Yes.
and certain conditions, and your water intake would be the huge number one factor of you building muscle and recovering well. Yes. Nutrition, protein intake, yes, and balance meal, yes, macronutrients, micronutrients, your mood, yes. Then you have a sleep quality, yes. So educating about this. So it's not only the program that will take you to this body that you want, okay, but many other factors
Yeah.
that you weren't educated about. Yes. So it's not the failure of the program itself, because every program will work
Yes, to the extent.
to the extent of other factors going with it. Yes, because everything will work.
Yeah.
Whatever you put there will make you
Will make some difference, but maybe
will
not the
make-
one that you wanted. That you
Yeah.
were... So
Yeah.
practically you bought the program is good. It's just not giving the results that were promised. It's giving the other results. That's it.
Yeah, exactly, because you don't have the proper background of how other factors influence that goal. It's not only the exercise that you have to do to get to the certain point or to the certain body, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not only this. It's that's why, for example, we have the whole spectrum of professionals. Yes, we have nutritionists, we have conditioning coaches, we have physios, we have this. It's all recovery, it's all eating, it's all sleeping, it's all everything.
Does just a regular person who's not an athlete, who's a working mother of two, does she needs all of these, or is there a kind of simpler way for her to train to feel and look healthy? So not six-pack unrealistic goals, just for her to feel good and be good. Does she need all of these specialists, or there is something simpler for her?
I cannot maybe say exactly, because I've never had two kids and never been, in this situation. Like, I don't know how life is, and definitely the life is different for different people and different mothers. Yeah, they have different kids, they have different realities, they have different husbands, they have different household and realities. So I don't know what does she need exactly. I think in the first place she needs to feel
Peace.
in peace.
But what I'm asking is, like, let's say you're a coach and this kind of person comes to you.
Yeah.
Like, would you recommend her a nutritionist, physio, this, that, or you would like find a way for her to incorporate the kind of simpler routine so she can still be fit as much as she can?
I mean, the specialties are there for a reason in the first place, So, like, us as a coaches, we can advise someone to do something, give them a general advice on, like, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, you can just do this, okay, you can just do that, and take it, slowly, take it easy, okay. But also, this is not what people want to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can all say that, yes, but if sometimes nutritional advice comes from you, maybe it's not gonna be taken as serious. Okay. If where I was going with this.
But sometimes I feel like they will take nutritional advice more from a coach than from a nutritionist. Like it feels like people want to take advices from people who are not specialized in it because they feel more connected. Like, oh yeah, we are normal people. You're not
No.
obsessed with food. You're just giving me advice, something that could work for me.
Maybe because it's not, you don't feel like you've been sold something
Yeah.
again. I'm gonna give it advice if you pay me.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe that's why also like it's worth it. I mean, you as a coach build your credibility and trust
Yeah.
by what you say basically, and how you say things, and I know everything. No, I don't know everything. Okay, but I know the basics of everything, because our our education was my education was, for example, about sports science. Okay, so that includes physiology, anatomy, psychology. It includes research methods.
Yes.
Okay, so I think this is the biggest part, research methods, because it teaches you how to basically filter information.
Yes.
Okay, and I was taught, okay, what's good information, what's bad information, apart from my common sense, because I believe I have a lot.
Yeah. You do.
And apart from the having a common sense, like being taught how to research and how to filter information and how to find what I want, not what's given to me in front of my
Yes.
eyes. It's something that formal education is for. Okay, so I think I'm buying, like, if I was a client, I would buy more into getting information from someone who is highly educated.
Yeah, and experienced.
Because if they went through education, they were taught how to research
Yes.
and how to filter information to
That's
find
true.
what you need. Okay, so that's why I'm biased towards like educated people in the first place, because I know that they know how to find information. Yes, not only receive what's in front of my like Instagram, or in front of my news or emails or whatever. Like, I can filter.
Yeah, because a lot of people will go who didn't learn how to research, how to critically look at, let's say, certain experiments and researches. There was a research. It was actually mentioned, I think, in Huberman's podcast. It was about cold baths, I think. The woman said how there was a research and people gained. I don't. To be honest, I'm gonna butcher this one also. I am not sure. Was it hypertrophy and how much muscle you will gain? So people who are doing a cold bath and the one who are not doing it. So it was scientifically proven that you will gain more muscle if you do it than if you don't. But she didn't mention that research was done on something between 20 and 50 people, which is a very small research. It doesn't mean it's incorrect. Also, not just that it was done on a small amount of people, but it was also a very, very small difference. When you have like statistically
Significant
exactly
difference.
so
yes.
the significance was just above to say, oh, okay, this is. So when I was explaining it to people who are not going into researches and this and that, it's like, if I compare it, you gained 100 grams of muscles and I gained 90. It's like very small amount, something 95, whatever. Like, so it doesn't mean the research is wrong. It doesn't mean that this is not, but it's like a very small difference. So for this one, yeah, people are a lot into it. There are people who are completely against it, people who are in it. There is more researches and everything. But I'm giving this as an example because there is a lot of influencers that I'm seeing that are selling you something and telling you this is scientifically proven. But it doesn't mean that it's like something that will really, really, really affect you.
Yeah.
So this is another thing where I think that you need to learn how to look at the research, how not to believe when you read something is scientifically proven.
Yeah.
What does that really mean? This is the thing.
Proven by one study that was
Exactly.
done, funded by someone,
Yes.
by the ice bath producers.
Who's exactly, like you don't know. So I'm not
Who's
like
producing the ice bath and want to sell them, yeah, because it's all about
Exactly.
selling.
The point and the idea is that it's not like research around it. Be sure what
Yeah.
scientifically proven means. What are, from your perspective, red flags if you as a client go to the coach? Red flags in the coaches, online fitness influencer or a coach in the gym. Like, do you have some things that you would say if the coach tells you this, run?
Yes.
I have those also. It's like it's a
Yes.
completely another like episode. Let's try and put it in a couple of
Yeah, we
sentences.
can. Okay. So I think first of all is that the coach would not sit with you and explain to you why they want to do certain things in the first place, like, why they put certain exercises in the program, why you might not see the result as far. Okay, so the why of things. Okay, if they don't explain why, if they say because I say so, or
Run to.
run, okay, if they don't share the knowledge, okay, so again, do as I say so because I say so. So the coach, I think, if they don't explain things as they go, for example, okay, I want you to do this exercise and this, I want you to feel this muscle and this muscle, and please tell me if you have pain or something, okay? So this is something, they don't give you a proper instruction and follow up of the exercise, okay? If they're not able to regress or progress the exercise, or they give you constantly the same exercises without variations. If what else? There is one more. There is one more. If they say you don't need cardio. Even a bodybuilder, okay, you have the strong muscles, but your heart is also a muscle. Okay, like the main one, like it's the main muscle that you need to exercise. Okay, if someone says you don't need
or
cardio,
to live or
I was
breathe
like,
or do
if you're a
anything.
bodybuilder, don't do cardio. You're gonna lose all the muscle.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't know basically how to exercise the heart.
Yeah.
Basically, they know how to
Yeah.
move the muscle, but they don't know how to exercise the heart and how important it is.
Yeah.
Red flags, they don't have maybe any formal education.
This is another question I wanted to ask. Good that you mentioned. We can end with that. But for me, yeah, I agree with red flags that you said. Not explaining whys, definitely. Another thing that I don't want to repeat it, so I completely agree with you. The thing when you come to the coach and they tell you I want to lose 20 kilos in a month or whatever you say, they just say, okay, yeah, no problem. You don't even see them thinking, or like they never tell you, no, this doesn't work and that doesn't work, you know, like. And one more thing is you never hear from your coach, I don't know, or I'm not sure. For me, that's a red flag. No one knows everything. They're like, there is nothing bad in coach not being sure of something or not. Like, I'd rather not give information if I'm not sure about it than give you a false information. So if I'm not sure about something, I'm gonna say, okay, give me, like, I know how to research it and find it, so I will give you information, but give me time to actually make sure that I'm giving you the right info. I'd rather do that than say, oh yeah, this is because of this and this. Like, no, I don't know, and it's completely fine not to know. It's not fine that I don't know how to teach you how to squat. But if it's something that is deeper, more connected to something that is not tightly connected to what I studied, and like, it's normal not to know. It's like, it's okay. We are learning all the time.
It's not okay if they don't know anything.
Exactly. It's not okay if I tell you I don't know and everything.
I don't know.
Because they said this is like what makes you a good coach. So why am I doing this? I don't know. Yeah, like this is what I see in coaches. And I had clients actually telling me, there is a girl who told me that she was 100% sure that this is how it works. She didn't want to work with, let's say, dumbbells heavier than 3 kilos because she was afraid she's going to become a Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then, not because she's afraid that she's going to have a big muscular arms. She was afraid that when she stops, this muscle tissue is going to magically transform into a fat. So there are no muscle and fat cells. The muscle itself, this is a muscle, and now this magically transforms into a fat. And she trained 5 years with a coach, personal trainer. And she's like, whenever I would ask, they would just say, because I said so. Don't ask me questions, let me do my job. This is a red flag for me. Like, okay, I'm not gonna explain you every step, like the whole training. It's not gonna be a class where I'm sitting and telling you, like, but if you ask me, but why this? Can I do this exercise before this? No. Why? I will give you an answer because you were thinking
because I have a plan in my head, you know, like,
and I know,
on the paper.
but also I know why is that plan? Why is this exercise before this exercise? So if you ask me to switch it and swap it, first of all, I'm happy that you are thinking about a workout. Like you're not somewhere and just like, so you're thinking about it. And if I say no and you ask me why, I have my why, so I will give it to you. I will explain it to you because you need to do this one first.
You have that why.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is like a very important thing. And you said, I probably have way much more red flags, but we can make another video on it. You said formal education. For personal trainers, me as someone who is formally educated, I don't think it's 100% necessary. I will tell you why. Because I had a lot of colleagues who finished college before me, or at the same time as me, or later, and have no absolutely clue what are they doing under. They were just passing through it and like being everywhere. And then there are people who really try to educate themselves, to learn, to find the info, to like ask people who are more experienced and learn. They're open for learning. So in that like perspective, I would say it's not absolutely necessary. But if you are being a personal trainer, any kind of a coach, without formal education, I believe that first year or couple of years, you should have a mentor who is formally educated and experienced. Someone who can guide you through things that you never had a chance to learn. Not because you're ignorant and you don't care, but like there are certain things that formal education offers you that courses will never give you. Maybe you will not able to reach where formally educated coach can, but you still can be a decent coach as long as you're not ignorant and you're aware of responsibility that you have as a coach, that you are affecting people's health, physical and mental, because it's important that person goes out of the gym feeling good. So I think you should have a mentor and you shouldn't stop learning, and you could be a decent coach.
You could be, I agree. There are exceptions always. Okay, and this I've heard many people disagree with me before. Okay, because they know one person who did, and this is maybe one person, you know, like in 100, you know. But why I say that? Because of that research skills.
Skills, yes.
Okay, this is something like you taught how to research and how to filter the information that you have, especially like, you know, for now in this world, I think it's more important, you know, that the person continuing education. If they don't, okay, they're
gonna be stuck. And
I don't want to use bad words, okay. But if your coach, okay, this is the main flag, I think, if your coach does not continuously educate themselves, they're not good,
Mhm.
and they will not be good. Okay, they are stuck with the knowledge that they have,
And that's it.
and that's it. And they think they know everything, and this is
yes.
the worst thing,
Yes.
in my opinion. Okay, because it's really the amount of research that happened in the sports industry over, like, from 1960s, when it started to be like more popular. Even, like, the sport itself is popular way more and from before, but the research and the information that comes in the sports industry in the last, let's say, 60 years, yes, it's tremendous.
Yeah.
And someone who doesn't accept that and think of themselves as, I have a good body and I can teach you how to have that good body, okay, it's complete useless person. Okay, because why? Yes, because they been blind
Yeah.
to everything else than the body. Okay, and it's something that angers me a lot.
I
Okay,
can see that.
they disagree, or they leave everything apart from a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, they decide they forget the feeling. Okay, they forget all the components of fitness. Okay,
Or
they
they don't
forget
know
about
it.
the quality. Exactly, they don't know it. Yes. So, but because they are ignorance.
This is
Yeah.
the thing. What I saw in, usually what I realized is I was more secure and self-confident in coaching when I started than now, because I know way much more now than I knew then. Because now I know how much more I can learn. So this is what people, when you say without formal education, what I believe you think is people who trained a year or two in the gym and then did one online course. You are not a personal trainer, end of the story. There is no discussion there. You are someone who trained and who now has some knowledge that you read. That's it.
Yeah.
There is
they
difference
did something,
even
yeah.
with people who are very good in performing a certain exercise. It doesn't have to mean that they will know how to teach you. Knowing how to do thing and knowing how to teach thing are completely two different things.
Yes.
So
Their why will be because I did that and it got
it
me.
worked
It
for
got
me.
it worked for
Yeah,
me.
it doesn't have to work for you. Like,
And
for
probably will
example,
not.
something, I will go now out of the topic a little
Yeah.
bit, but it's the same thing. Like, there is a mother who was saying that she, actually, no, it is a topic. It was about breastfeeding, and she said she stopped using something from the food that some other person was saying is bad. I don't even remember what was it. And she's like, I stopped, I don't know, drinking milk, eating meat, whatever was the agenda. And I was breastfeeding and I lost so much weight, and she's explaining how she lost so much weight because she stopped using that in her food and she was breastfeeding at the same time. So this person is obviously not educated, because breastfeeding itself burns extremely a lot of calories on top of the other calories that you burn being a new mother. Like, you're not sleeping, moving everywhere, blah blah blah. Okay, not sleeping is not that well, but like, there is a lot of things that you don't know. So I will tell you, I was breastfeeding, and I imagine at that time I wasn't eating, I don't know, blueberries. Because I stopped eating blueberries, I was losing weight like this, not because I was breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So this is where people are not educated, and they
Misinformation.
they believe something because they don't know how to find a certain information, which we were talking about.
Yes.
Research
and
skills.
And the other people thrive on that, on the misinformation and of lack of understanding of things by people. So this is our job, yes, of spreading the compromising, confronting
Yes.
the misconceptions, confronting the misunderstandings, and confronting influencers.
Yes.
Yes. People will always follow them. Yes, but at the same time, if on the way they find you or me or other coaches who are good in their field. Yes, to change those perceptions, to change the way of thinking. Yeah, it's a huge spectrum, because you have access, for example, to kids, okay, and they might be very lucky to have you, yes, because you will tell them many things. Yeah, we have access to, like, teenagers as well, yes, so we can educate them a little bit, yes. But teenage brain is something completely else. Something else.
I'm gonna go around that
okay, they have the life of their own. And then there's adults, yes, and you would expect the adults to have some level of comprehension and a critical thinking to understand certain things if they exposed to a conversation with someone who know and someone who they really respect in the first place.
At least let's give them the option of a fake influencer with the BBL.
Yeah.
And person who will give them actual information. So at least, like you said, there is a seed there, and then
you plant the seed and let it grow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's exactly how it is. Yes. It's like you plant the seed and let it grow. Yes. If people don't learn from by listening to you, they will learn the hard way. Yes, so it's their choice still, okay, because we have the free will and the choice, yes, of doing things as much as we have.
Yeah, don't really have
as much as we have, exactly. Yes, we are, primed to do something and influenced. Yes, like influence. Yeah, we are influenced. Well, it's not our thinking. It didn't come to our way. If you didn't have phone and a TV, you would never think that you have to have a big ass.
Yes, exactly.
Because how? You would be like, it's like, it's
actually,
You would not be craving McDonald's if you didn't see it on the TV or a billboard, in front of you. Like, you would not know about it.
What you just said, because I was watching, there's a small movie about, there is a family who lives in the mountain in Serbia, and there is absolutely no one around them. Like, literally, there is, the closest neighbor is 1 kilometer away. The kids only go to school and then come back, and that's it. Like, the only, like, outside world for them is we go to school for like 3 hours, travel and go back, like something. And then there was an interviewing, and they're asking kids, like, so are you happy here? And they're like, yes, because they're running around taking care of the sheep and chicken and this and that. So they asked the kid, so what's your favorite thing to do? What's your favorite game? What do you like to do the most? He's like, I like to feed the sheep. That's what he likes the most. Doesn't even have the phone. This is magical, I like to feed the sheep. Like, I don't care about the games and this and that.
Because you don't know about it.
Exactly.
Nobody created the need for you to be unhappy. Body fat.
So, this is Marta. We realized we look fat in the video that we just made.
It's winter.
So, it's winter. We have winter clothes and we're sitting weird. So, I'm going to show you. See, we're not fat. This is, we look quite fine.
We are not fat,
There is
there is some, some.
we do have we do have muscles.
We do, but I cannot show. Yes.
But like, we're not fat. So just ignore the fact that we look fat
that we
and
look
listen
like
what
this,
we're saying. That was the whole point of this video. God help me. Okay.